comic coming to the stage. He was voted one of the funniest comics in Texas by the Improv. Let's give it up for the one, the only Josh Johnson, everybody.
One more time for Tyson Pfeiffer, ladies and gentlemen. He is in better shape than I will ever be. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah? Good. Good. A little bit about me. My name is Josh Johnson. I am from Fort Worth, Texas. I like my name. I like my name, Josh Johnson, because when my parents decided to name me Josh Johnson, they decided as a unit to give me the widest name they could possibly give. It's like, oh, is Mitt Romney taken? We'll take Josh Johnson. That's fine. That's fine. That is impossibly white. That is like mayonnaise stuffed inside of a steak, stuffed inside of a tax return white. It is. That being said, looks great on a job application. Looks fantastic on a job application. I'm able to trick them into giving me interviews now. Like I had an interview one time. A guy comes out, he's like, Joshua Johnson? It's like, right here, man. He goes, Joshua Lawrence Johnson? So yeah, man, that's me. He's like, oh shit, I didn't expect you to be so shaded. Whatever. Let's do this. We got a quota to meet. I like job interviews though, because in a job interview, you get all these ridiculous situations and scenarios thrown at you that are never gonna happen a day at that job. Like 2 years ago, I was applying at Best Buy for their mobile department, and the lady who was doing my interview goes, all right, Josh, I'm gonna throw you a scenario. I'm from the 1800s. Why not? Sell me a cell phone. It's like, okay, I can do that. First of all, welcome to the future. Things have gotten pretty awesome since you've been away, which brings me around to point number 2. We're all free now, that's why I'm working here. I got the job. After I graduated high school, I was in the Army for a bit, and I was stationed in Arizona, and there was this little town outside of my Army base called Bisbee, Arizona. And Bisbee had this huge swap meet. It was pretty dope. I found all these cool antiques that I sent home with my mom, because she collects those kind of things. And when I say cool, I mean creepy, because my mom was into collecting these weird, like after Reconstruction era, like black figurine dolls, like really racistly painted, like they're all black with like pink lips and big white eyes. They look like Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if anybody remembers that character. So I sent those to her, and she found them cool or whatever. And while I was there, I found an authentic whites only sign, like a real one from the bad old days. Some people would call those the good old days. And to those people, I would say debatable at best. Not for everybody. I was gonna buy this whites only sign, but it was like $45. And I don't know about you guys, but that's a little expensive to me personally for a piece of racial paraphernalia. You know what I mean? All right, say if you were having a garage sale and you were selling like a swastika beach towel. You let that go for $1.50 tops. That's a hot item. It is priced to move. I was gonna buy this whites only sign so I could hang it up on the door to my bedroom. Not for that, well, kind of for that reason, but mostly because I wanted to feel like I was breaking the color barrier every time I took a nap. You know what I mean? Just like kick in my door and be like, oh, look at me, I'm the Jackie Robinson of masturbating in the afternoon. Oh, sign me up, dogs. Growing up, I never got like a nickname from my friends. And every guy wants a nickname when you're younger, right? Something you can be proud of, something you can hang your hat on, something like Ace or Flames or Patches. I don't know. Maybe I was a Patches. Never got the chance to find out. My friends did give me one nickname though, but I didn't really accept it. My friends all used to call me Encyclopedia Brown. Yeah. That's what they went with because I was a know-it-all. Also, I'm brown. Also, I am brown. There's no way around that. And I thought that name was really condescending when I was a kid. Until I turned about 12 or 13, and I got my new nickname from my own family, no less, which was Book Nigga. I was Book Nigga to them. Even weirder direction to go with it, I guess. And my uncle was always the worst about it, too. Anytime I'd come over to his house, he'd be like, hey, everybody, it's Book Nigga. Book Nigga's here. What did you learn in them books, nigga? I'm like, nigga, you know you're allowed to read too, right? That's not... Book Nigga's a name I imagine you get in prison. A war. I can see that happening in World War II, where it's like, all right, let me introduce you to the rest of your platoon. That there's Doc, that's Rev, that's Tex, that there's Book Nigga. Handles all our paperwork. All right. I like the, I'm not a big fan of the NBA, but the NBA is a big part of my life because it's a part of my bucket list. Like number one on my bucket list is I've always wanted to go to an All-Star game or a Miami Heat game just so I could feed power forward Chris Bosh out of the palm of my hand. I don't know if you're familiar with him. Very bird-like man, that Chris Bosh. Like a chocolate ostrich. It's insane. I have this fantasy in my head of him just like running down the court with the basketball. He just sees me standing up with my hand out like that, and he just stops in his tracks and he's like, what you got there? Oh, this? Just some Honey Bunches of Oats? You want some? I might get like one or two. Never getting invited to that nigga's Christmas party. You guys like impressions? Cool, I'm gonna do one anyway. We just passed the anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech, so I've been thinking a lot about Dr. Martin Luther King lately, because February isn't the only time I'm allowed to do that. And I was thinking to myself how important the I Have a Dream speech was to the civil rights movement, to how speeches were given, like, in general, you know what I mean? But I started to think to myself, like, what if Dr. Martin Luther King was the kind of dude that kind of, like, wrote down all his dreams and, like, one stuck? I want to hear the rough drafts for the I Have a Dream speech. I feel like it would go something like this. I have a dream today. That was like at Subway and Karen was there and it was kind of awkward, but nobody wanted to say anything, and then I kind of woke up. That's weird, Dr. King. You want to try again? Yeah, I got another one. Well, go, Dr. King. What is it? I have a dream today that was like made out of ice cream, and I licked myself and I tasted pretty good. My dad was there, but he was a dragon, and then I kind of woke up. More Martin Luther King, okay. There's not a lot of jobs for great orators in our society anymore. Great speakers. I think Obama got the last one. But like, I'd like to think that if Martin Luther King was alive today, he'd be a strip club DJ. Yeah. Got to get out there where the people are. You know what I mean? So this is kind of what that would sound like. Give it up, making her way to the main stage is Jasmine. Watch her shake her ass for your hard-earned cash. She may be dead inside, but she's alive with pride. Beers are $11. Get it out for that, you guys. I was married for a while. I'm divorced now because why should I be married? But I make it sound like I left her. She left me. And when you get like left in like a long-term relationship, like the person who gets left has this like incomplete puzzle in their head. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, how could this have happened? What could I have done differently to change it? How do we get to this point? They don't don't have this. They've had their apartment like booked for like the last month. They're ready to go. It's like somebody came over to your house with a 5,000-piece jigsaw puzzle and just dumped it all over your floor. It was like, hey man, I'm gonna take 20 pieces so you can never completely figure this out. Also, I never want to see you again, and I'm taking the dog. That's what divorce is in a nutshell. It's kind of like watching Lost. You guys remember Lost? How awesome Lost was? How much you loved Lost? How much you would brag to your friends about how great Lost was? And like then you watch all 6 seasons of Lost, spent 6 years watching Lost, and then that final episode happened, and none of your questions were answered. So you were confused and angry. So you drank. And you bitch to your friends, but there's only so long your friends who want to hear you bitch about Lost. It's like we told you that was a stupid show to begin with, but they didn't know how it was when it was just you and Lost. You know what I mean? But there's only so long they're gonna hear you like bitch about that. So you try to go online to find other people who are as hurt and confused about how Lost ended as you are. And then after a couple of days, you realize Lost wasn't this person's problem. They've had some deep issues since they were 12, so you don't see them anymore. And then, like on top of it all, you're 6 years older than when you started Lost. You know what I mean? It's like, why did I waste all that time on Lost? I could have been watching other shows. I could have been figuring out what Burn Notice was about. Yeah, not as interesting as Lost, but at least it's consistent and it's always gonna be there. You know what I mean? I was hanging out with a friend of mine. We were at a party and we were smoking, drinking, having a good old time. And it got pretty late to the night, and we got ready to leave. And the girl who was throwing the party said, "Hey, you guys be careful out there because you guys have been drinking and smoking a lot. I don't want you to get into a car crash on the way home." And then the friend I was with, just very nonchalantly goes, "Yeah, that's how I imagine I'd always die, in a car crash." Which is not what you say when you have a passenger. You know what I mean? So I told him, I said, "Hey man, don't worry about it. You're not gonna die tonight because I'm with you. And there's no way in hell you're the person I die with." And he got mad. He was like, "Hey, you wouldn't want to die with me? I thought we were friends." And then I found myself getting equally as mad. I was like, no. Why would I want to die with you? He was like, "Well, who would you want to die with? Scottie Pippen in an elevator accident like I've had planned since I was 8 years old." And this is the beautiful story about how I meet Scottie Pippen, befriend Scottie Pippen, and then perish with Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen's in Arlington, Texas, shopping at a Walmart. The 90s were a long time ago. He can't have a lot of money left, all right? And he's always had problems with his memory because he used to do those Ginkgo commercials in the late 90s, you know what I mean? So he doesn't remember where his hotel is. So he asked me, a local, he's like, "Hey man, could you help me find my hotel?" I'm like, "Holy, you're Scottie Pippen. Of course I help you find your hotel. You're a 6-time NBA champion. Let's go." And then we go on the quest to find Scottie Pippen's hotel. You know what I mean? And then somewhere along the way, it just goes, "Oh man, you like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Josh? I love Star Trek Deep Space Nine." And I'm like, "That's awesome, Scottie Pippen." He's like, "I got an idea. Let's be best friends forever." I'm like, "That's a great idea." And we find Scottie Pippen's hotel. We get in the elevator. This isn't where I die. We get in the elevator. We go up to his room, and we spend the next week being best friends forever. I mean, we're braiding each other's hair. We're eating popcorn and watching scary movies. We're talking about our favorite Babysitters Club books. We're sharing dark childhood secrets. He's like, "Well, what's your dark childhood secret, Josh?" It's like, "Oh, well, I used to steal my sister's Barbie dolls and cuddle with them at night, so I didn't feel so alone." And he goes, "That's really messed up, Josh." It's like, "Well, what's your dark childhood secret, Scottie Pippen?" "I helped kill a girl when I was 13. Oh! I think I should leave now, Scottie Pippen." And he's like, "Yeah, I think you should too, because you've been up here for 7 days, and people are gonna think we've been fucking." So he walks me out to the elevator because he's gonna walk me out to the lobby because we're BFFs. All right. In the elevator, brakes give out, we plummet to our deaths, and then in the afterlife, my reward for being such a good person my entire life is that I get to be Scottie Pippen's point guard for all of eternity. And I know what you're saying, Josh, you look like you would make a horrible point guard. This doesn't sound like Scottie Pippen's version of heaven, and it's not. This is Scottie Pippen's hell, because he helped kill a girl when he was 13 years old. you and Scottie Pippen. I'll do one more and I'll get out of here. I find it weird, like, how stereotypes got divvied out to people, like, kind of dealt out. Like, nobody, like, there wasn't like a big meeting. White people were just like, yeah, you do this and you don't do this so well and you do this. Like, as soon as slavery was over, like a little known fact, like 2 weeks after slavery was over, the first pamphlets were released calling black people lazy. And like, as soon as you stop doing work for free, you're automatically lazy. Yeah, fuck us for taking a couple of vacay days. I'm sorry. They don't make any sense. Like, black people like fried chicken. Fine. You know who else likes fried chicken? Everybody else, because fried chicken is delicious. Alright? Oh, black people like watermelon? Well, that's on you for not liking a delicious summertime fruit. It keeps me hydrated. It can feed a whole picnic. Black people can't swim. I don't see you winning any gold medals either. You're just trying to figure a girl in the public pool like all of us did when we were 16 years old. Thank you guys. You guys have been great.